Hello, everyone. We back for a good weekend send off, and we're back with a really good one because remember some time ago we talked about Jolly Gingivitis and his halitosis crew, and when we say his halitosis crew, we didn't realize how right we were. When I say the halitosis crew is for real, it's a legit group, and I think that's how your membership is approved. If you can prove that you don't brush your teeth and you really have no concern that you smell like used socks and piss, then you're a gingivitis crew guy.
That's a fair assessment at this point.
Hey, look, man, I can only go based on what they be saying, you know what I'm saying? And he be saying some stupid stuff. We're going to be watching a video of and albeit the man never shows his face, but we know who he is now. We have found him. We found his name and everything, and we're not doxing because he himself gave his name on his Instagram post.
So this is a famous Friday.
This is it turned out to be a famous Friday after all.
All right, I'm down.
Yeah. It's a Friday after all.
And we are going to roast them all.
That's right.
Gonna roast them. Get them.
That actually flowed really good.
Really bad. Like we might be AI. You never know.
Yeah. We might be.
We might be AI. I am AI.
No, AI talks normal, bro.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Yeah. Not the guy that you're seeing. He's not part of the Jolly Gingivitis group. Okay, that's not who this guy is. He's playing the video of the Jolly Gingivitis guy. All right, here we go. Listen up.
All right, guys, what's up? You guys understand the Constitution? But sure you understand the Posse Comitatus Act.
Doesn't apply.
Here. Sergeant, have you heard of Captain Dylan Blaha or Staff Sergeant Demi Palachuk? What about you, Private? Do you understand that you're currently violating the Constitution? That you're currently following illegal orders? Are you aware of that fact, son? Where are you guys from? West Virginia? Or is that Arizona? That looks like an Arizona patch, huh? Yeah, you guys are smart. You're not going to talk. Oh, fuck off, bitch. What are you going to do? You can't tell me to back up. This is a public sidewalk. I am more than 3 feet away. Fuck off, bitch. Fuck off. Go fuck yourself. I do. What's up? You flexing? What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Sergeant? Oh, you have a deployment badge. You have a combat badge? Combat? Infantry? Combat infantry badge? Combat action badge? What do you got? Where'd you deploy to, Sergeant? You look a little young. You ever seen combat, son? Because I have.
Cap.
Tell me to back up on a public in front of Union Station. You really that dumb, motherfucker? You got plenty of space, man. You got over 6 feet? Here, I'll give you a COVID balance there, bud. Where are you from? You're gonna talk to me. At least tell me where you're from. You guys realize you're violating the Constitution. Just by being here, it might not seem like much, but what you're doing is you're getting them used to federal troops deployed on our streets. And I know you think, oh, I'm just following orders, but when a captain and a staff sergeant have already refused those illegal orders, then they have set the precedent that you can do the same thing. So I'd like you to freaking reevaluate your life decisions and go ahead and fucking go home. Shame on you guys. You're violating the Constitution. Go home. Refuse your illegal orders. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Flex on me, bro. I have every right to stand here and talk to you. There is no law that says I can't be standing here on this public sidewalk. You want to do something, Sergeant? You go ahead and do that.
Now I'm gonna make something clear. If the sergeant did haul off and deck his halls with fa la 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 lights, it wouldn't actually be unprovoked. Why? Because he says, if you want to go ahead and do it, go ahead and do it. That's an invitation. My defense would be, Your Honor, he asked me to do it. So I obliged him. Technically, I'm being a a law-abiding citizen and a very good patriotic American by honoring my fellow citizen with a request he made of me to bust his head to the white meat. And that's what I did. I took the butt of my gun, Your Honor, because it was a little bit better than my hand, because I didn't want to dirty it with the gingivitis he had on him. And I decided to introduce him to the new butt game, gun butt game. Yeah. Interesting people.
I mean, it is on video, and the guy is literally
recorded.
egging the sergeant on to do it. Therefore, bro, you're muted, bro.
He kept talking about posse comitatus and federal troops. National Guard are not federal troops.
Thank you.
And posse comitatus does not apply to the National Guard. It applies to federal troops, active duty.
Thank you.
This-
Let's read the Posse Comitatus Act, shall we?
Yeah.
It is a United States federal law signed into law June 18th, 1878 by President Rutherford B. Hayes that limits the use of federal military personnel to enforce domestic law by the federal government or by other government entities such as the county sheriffs and justices of the peace. Congress passed the act as an amendment to Army Appropriations Bill following the end of the Reconstruction and updated in 1956, 1981, and 2021. The act originally applied to United States Army, but subsequent amendment in 1956 expanded it to the United States Air Force. Bro, you the military-minded man here, right?
Yeah.
Can you answer me just one simple question? Because I'm a dummy. I'm a moron. I'm retarded. I'm Tim-tarded. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Is the Army and the Marines, Navy, is that what it said? Navy, is that what they said? The Air Force, are they the same as the National Guard?
They all fall under the Department of Defense.
Right, but I mean, in terms of their jurisdictions and how they work, are they the same?
No, because the National Guard actually falls under the state, obviously. So the state controls the National Guard. The governor controls the National Guard,
and the federal government can deploy them as they see fit because it's a state regulated thing, but it doesn't apply to the comitatus rule because it's not a federal restriction.
That's right.
Which means the claims that were being made by this monkey is moot.
Yeah, it gets better. It's so much better in the description. This is why it's important to read. I know that sometimes gingivitis can affect, if left too long, it can affect the eyes.
Does it affect reading comprehension too?
And the brain, because it can create a disease to the brain. Because
like a halitosis feedback loop kind of thing? Okay.
You know when you smell too many fumes for too long? That's what halitosis will do.
That's okay.
All that funk gets into the bloodstream.
Yeah. In 2021, the National Defense Authorization Act for the fiscal year 2022. Who was president in 21? Bidet.
Yeah, the dementia monkey.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Further expanded the scope to cover the United States Marines, Navy, Corps, and Space Force. The act, listen carefully, I'm just reading. The act does not prevent the Army National Guard or Air National Guard under state authority from acting in a law enforcement capacity within the state.
So, again, I'm just a civvy, but based on what it is I just heard, the National Guard has the capacity to do law enforcement.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel awkward now because all I've been hearing from these lefty monkeys is that they cannot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the National Guard's whole purpose is state defense. So they can deploy anywhere in the state for any reason the governor sees fit. So if crime is a problem and they consider it something that needs to be addressed and the police need assistance and the agencies need assistance, they can deploy the National Guard to assist. Now, the scope of the National Guard is very limited, but they can do what they have to do to maintain peace,
Law and order.
law and order, and peace in those cities.
Well, this is awkward.
Hey, look, I'm just saying when people don't know how to operate their mentals, they say stupid stuff. But I'll let him finish off where his diatribe so we can finally show you the similarities between him and Jolly.
I'm a combat infantry fucking veteran. You fuck off, bitch.
Yeah, right.
Mind you, to an older gentleman that's simply talking to him. A lot of these guys, they don't seek help when they come back from just doing stuff like changing the pans under someone's bed. And so they end up getting traumatized by a little bit of poop on the ground or something. And it seems like that's what this guy's problem is. And considering that he looks exactly like you would think he sounds like, this is him. Doesn't he look inbred to you? Does he look inbred?
Slightly Pakistani.
Now, mind you, his name is William Kelly. William Kelly. And he says in his Instagram he was trying to be a farmer, but Trump had other plans. Trump had other plans, and Trump stopped him from being a farmer because he became a woke farmer. He doesn't look like he knows how to have a green thumb. Now, green breath, definitely. Thumb, unless he sucks his thumb. That's the only way I can see him having anything to do with green.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama,
take him home. Country road.
These guys are embarrassing, man.
Wait, was he walking around with a bullhorn?
Exactly like you know who.
It was Jolly stinking bullhorn, but they talking to the same mic.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
Imagine the smell.
Hold on a second. Remember when Jolly was knocked out? He did that theatrical, tumble.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, there was a guy in the background with a bullhorn calling out Kim Higby's name.
I wonder if that's
guy?
him.
I think it looked like a fat Mexican guy. Because there's another guy with a beard. Yeah, with a beard. They all look the same.
The crazy part about all of this, guys, the reason why we're covering this is one big reason. Due to the event that took place just recently with the shooting. By the way, the good news is that the second guard that was shot is breathing on his own.
Okay.
Still in critical, but he can breathe on his own now. And we did find out that the female that was shot, she died. And of course now you have people in government saying it was just an unfortunate thing when it was just a domestic terrorist attack. And what they should do is waste the dude. I don't want to send him any kind of trial. Just waste him. That's what should have happened. He should have just get absolutely smoked at point blank and empty the clip and reload and do it a second time.
Yeah.
It will also save on burial costs. That's just me. I'm that type of guy. The same thing I agree to do with people that touch kids. I have a very, very, very small tolerance for people who directly, purposefully go out to do things like that and expect somehow justice in a different way to apply to them. I think the way you end somebody purposefully, you should be ended thusly, if not more so, because it should help you understand the gravity of your action. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Because you took away the life of somebody that didn't have anything to do with you, didn't do you anything, wasn't doing anything to anybody at the time. They were doing their job legally, and you illegally decided to act a certain way. Now, this individual, I'll show you again so you know who he is. This man, William Kelly, I think they say he lives in Florida, but he is from Virginia. He is a vet. I don't know whether he's combat vet or not, but he was part of the team that was with Jolly, because he does have video on his Instagram page that shows almost exactly the same location that Jolly Good Ginger was at. As you can see, same tent setup, same location. There's the building in the back.
Yep.
And this is on his page. Okay. I think we should probably report this page because it looks like he's showing domestic terroristic stuff by having guns. I don't know. I mean, he's unhinged. He's threatening people, and he has weaponry. I mean, you don't like the Second Amendment, obviously, so I don't think you should be protected by it. Yeah, now y'all get to hear him to see if we're right about whether or not it's him, okay? Let me see if I can.
Take this with a grain of salt, but I'm a pessimistic motherfucker right now. I'm seeing bipartisan calls today for fucking Pete Hesget to resign. Excuse me, bitch? Are you fucking kidding me? To fucking resign? This motherfucker needs to be tried by an international court at The Hague. This
Yeah, that sounds like him.
Yeah.
That's him. So in a lot of ways, these people, and if you can look, and they all have the same. Doesn't he look like? Okay, this is just me. I'm going to bring it up. I think he sounds like two different people. Okay, he looks like one person, but sounds like another.
Mm-hmm.
This is the person I think he sounds like, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. This is who he sounds like.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find my goddamn Mountain Dew. Yeah, did you drink my Mountain Dew? Did you drink my Mountain Dew? Let me smell your breath. Let me smell your breath.
It's him and Jolly. That's Jolly ate him.
Tell me I lie. Does that not sound like him?
It does. I mean, guys like this, he's nothing but a character, man. He puts on his little outfit, his little farmer's outfit. That's his getup, I guess. Then he uses his vet status to gain clout. So he gets out there, screams all this, I'm a combat vet, I'm a combat infantryman vet. Dude, I don't know too many infantrymen who get out there and scream that stuff.
Right.
And I was infantry for my whole career, almost 22 years as an infantryman. I don't know a lot of guys who are as loud, who is as boisterous about it. I doubt he did anything. I doubt it.
All right. Here is what I mean by him looking like a certain individual, which is also going to give myself credence to believe that this individual did indeed what they say he did. Now look at the similarities. You see the similarities? Look at the eyes. That same dead, worthless look in their eye.
Soulless.
Now, I'm not saying, but I kind of am. I'm not saying that this individual that we were listening to is capable of killing, but I'm saying he's capable of killing. You see, what happens is when you leave emotions unchecked, unchecked emotions can lead you to think that your actions are only worth one thing, and that is violence. You can only do one thing to get your point across. He's obviously having a hard time getting his point across verbally. It's just a matter of time before someone like him, to see how Jolly lashed out at people.
Yep.
And he got his a little bit of got his block rocked a little bit. He should have got it rocked more. But they keep calling for these violent acts to happen, while at the same time, on the outside of their mouth, saying we're anti-violence. They're not anti-violence. They just don't want to be pushed back on. They want the ability to just go out and hurt people, harm people, call for the murder and death of people. And if somebody stands up and clocks someone in the mouth, all of a sudden they're the bad guy. No. You wanted this. You're the kinds of people that wanted the violence because you kept asking and egging people on. I mean, maybe bro and I and Lee grew up different, because when we were growing up, someone stepping into your face, you gave them one shot. Step out of my face before something happens.
Yeah, there was a code.
Yeah.
And everybody understood the code. But guys like this, man, they're an embarrassment. And like I was saying backstage, these are the type of veterans that, for one, probably didn't do as much as that they boast about. Two, they can't let it go. They cannot let it go. This is why he was out there using, military terminology, Sarge, this and that. And he was trying to use the lingo. And then he had to scream, I'm a combat infantryman. No one does that, man. That's why I don't believe that he was combat anything. I just believe he was a dude that served, probably got chaptered out, and can't let it go. Still wants to live the good days and the days he failed in.
It is an interesting thing. I'll tell you that. This is an interesting situation simply because we have I see it this way. You may not be hearing a whole lot about it now, because there are quite a few other things going on, but I anticipate another attack on some way, shape, and form on some guardsman somewhere. I don't know when. But the situation around the United States right now is very volatile. It's very volatile. And it's not because the guards are doing anything wrong. It's because the rhetoric being pushed by these people is eventually going to get one unhinged person, like the person that just did it, to do something stupid again.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't give a damn what race they are or where they're from. Stupid is stupid.
Right.
If you're Tim Tarded, you're just Tim Tarded. I don't care what region of the world you're Tim Tarded from, you're just Tim Tarded. And these people absolutely do not care about the sanctity of human life. And if they don't care about the sanctity of human life, why are we concerned about theirs? Like, I don't understand why we keep trying to act like this should be one of those people that we should be concerned about whether they live or die. That sounds mean, but I don't care. You don't care about life the same way I feel about people that are pro-abortion.
Right.
I said this before and I'll say it again. Start with yourself. Test all the theories you have about abortion on yourself first and do it publicly so we can see that your methods work.
Yeah.
Then, and only then, I will allow, if you live through it, I'll allow you to do it to somebody else. But this nonsense is going to keep going on, and people are allowed to do this stuff, and they keep pushing it, and the Democrats aren't going to stop this. Liberals aren't going to stop this. I don't know when we're going to get a spine and step up, and I don't want to say it like this, but I'm going to say it like this. We have to start doing to them what they're requesting.
Yep, I agree.
Period.
I mean, I think they're pushing the National Guard enough to where one of these young soldiers out there snaps and beats the crap out of one of these activists, so they can say, "Look, the National Guard get that moment on film, on camera, saying, look, this National Guard beat up this unarmed civilian."
Mm-hmm.
So now they can justify removing the National Guard. So this is why I think they're so pushy. They're poking the bear, and they want them to go off, so they can find a reason to remove the National Guard just for, whipping some dude's butt out there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my question is this: do you think that anything will be done by the administration to curtail this kind of behavior, whether that be by a executive order or a decree being sent out, or giving the National Guard a pass? And if they do continue to do this, can they, because of that, start deploying federal troops because it becomes a problem?
I mean, the only thing that they'd be able to, that they would cry about is freedom of speech. We have the right to protest. I get it. But one thing you could do is these veterans out there, supposed veterans out there protesting this and giving the National Guard their so-called brothers, because that's what they always like to call each other.
Mm-hmm.
You need to start figuring out who these guys, and like they're doing with Mark Kelly, bring him in front of a freaking board and say, hey, we saw you out here harassing these National Guard guys. We're going to remove all your benefits. The minute you start taking benefits from these veterans, they'd sit down and shut up.
So is it a freedom of speech issue, or is it is it more of a call to action motif? Because the way that these guys are harassing and throwing around violent rhetoric of, if you don't do this, then we'll do this, kind of an angle, that seems more like a call to action than anything else. And if somebody answers that call to action, that's incitement to violence.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be, as we all know, that'd be up to the court, who's ever up in the marble palace up there to decide that. But they need to start going after these veterans, because for some odd reason, these veterans think they have a pass because they were part of that lifestyle. So they feel entitled to go out there and speak their mind to these young guys, when at one point they were in their shoes. These guys don't make decisions, man. They just follow. They're just being told, go out there and walk. They're not the ones making the decisions. And at the same time, that bearded weirdo was in their same shoes, following orders. So you need to start snatching them guys up and letting them know, hey, if we see you back out here protesting anything, you're going to lose your benefits. Just like Mark Kelly. Mark Kelly, he's got to stand trial for what he did. You can do the same thing to these guys.
The concerning thing for me is that and I'll say it, and as we will speak our mind. I don't know if Trump will do enough, man. And I want him to. I need for him to make an example of these people. I need for him to act accordingly. He needs to do exactly what is necessary to protect the troops.
Yep.
The troops are being asked to do something, and you have domestic terrorists like Jolly Good Ginger, Mr. Ellis, and this fool that are intentionally putting these people in harm's way because they put out media stuff that tell people that these people are a threat.
Yep.
There are a ton of unhinged people without medical diagnosis that their mind ain't right that will listen to this fool and go out and do. You look around all of TikTok right now. There are people calling for folks to go out and shoot ICE agents, for crying out loud.
Yep.
A federal crime to go out, kill ICE agents. And I don't know at what point we take those kinds of threats seriously to where we go out, snatch them up, gitmo them. You are now actively calling for the death of not just American citizens, but federal employees of the government that protect the United States. I would think that'd be taken with a little bit more urgency than just letting it slide and calling it free speech. That is not free speech. That's not protected speech under the First Amendment. That is calling for violence.
Right.
It's not the same. And I don't understand how this is allowed to continue at this rate, because I can do it right now. Let me check right now. I bet you I can go on TikTok and I can find me. Let me see here. I'm going to type in shoot ICE agents. And we'll see how many videos pop up. Let's see.
So it looks like the lefties are invoking shoot at ICE agents on site.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, that's a good
Shoot at ICE.
I shot me in the nuts. Florida's not
Let me see.
Shoot at ICE agents.
Signs.
Americans have finally decided to start using the Second Amendment against ICE agents and
Breaking right now.
Now, mind you, all I did was type in shoot ICE agents, and this is what came up.
He called. We obtained and executed multiple search warrants yesterday for devices and locations associated with the sniper.
And at the end of the day, man, we have to understand these Marxists, because those are all Marxists. They're all part of the color revolution. At the end of the day, they want a civil war. Here, that's what they want. They want a civil war. They want total collapse, and civil war is their end game. And they're going to get something they're not ready for, man. I'm telling you.
Would
They're
they
not ready for
survive?
that.
Well, I was going to say, what I was going to ask, would they survive it, though?
No.
I mean, they're the ones calling for it, but do they have the capacity to follow through?
No.
Because I know, I'm pretty sure that the moment they say, hey, this is civil war, and it's from the left, people on the right would say when?
They're not ready for that.
I'm saying say when.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just ready for the right to, throw the first shot. This is why they're poking us so much. This is why they're poking at everything that the right is supporting, because they want the right to be the ones out here doing these shootings, and they want the right to kill somebody so they can say, look what the right has done. They're going to forget everything the leftists did that led up to whatever happens. But that's what they want, man. I mean, they're at the end of their so-called revolution. They're gasping right now. They're reaching, and they're trying to do anything to get a reaction.
Yeah.
Keep saying Trump.
You muted, Marlon.
I hope they get one. I hope they get a reaction.
Yeah.
And we need to make it a decisive one.
Mm-hmm.
The part that is troublesome is that once we do make it and make that decision, they're going to push back a little bit more to see if we're willing to do even more. And I think we ought to. Let them call you a Nazi regime. They're already calling you that by doing nothing. Let them call you a dictator. They're already calling you that. Let them call you a usurper. Whatever they can call you after, they're already calling you now.
Mhm.
Might as well give them something to talk about. Bonnie rate them, okay? Just
Yeah.
give them some Bonnie rate and see what happens. Play the song too while you're doing it. You see, I can play 2 songs by Bonnie Raitt. Give them to something to talk about, and then put "I Can't Make You Love Me." Play those 2 songs, and I think you'll. And just as you snatch them up, play those 2 songs, man. Let's see what happens. But as for now, I don't think that Trump's even paying attention. I don't know. Have you heard anything from Hexit at all?
Mm-mm.
Not in the least.
I think he's too focused on blowing up drug boats. No.
I mean, which is fine because
I'm cool with it.
drugs coming through the southern border has been a big issue. But at the same time, you have these domestic terrorists, which doesn't hold a lot of weight in people's minds, I think, especially in the higher ups.
And the problem with these so-called influencers that are talking all this nonsense about going out shooting ICE and hurting National Guard is a lot of those things that they're saying could be considered a terroristic threat. Internet's forever. So I would think that who's ever watching all this stuff on the internet, they watch us all. They got all of them in some type of database right now. All of them. And hopefully when that time comes to strike, they'll be sleeping in their bed, you know, counting sugar plums in their head. And next thing you know, their door gates kicked in.
Kablam.
And you're going to spend Christmas at Gitmo, where you belong.
Well, I hope it can happen. I do. We always saw the fallout once. Again, we saw the fallout, and majority of these people. Now, I will give myself one. I'll extend an olive branch to these guys. Not everybody is cut out to be military material. Some people go into the military for one reason, but they don't go in expecting what they encounter.
Mm-hmm.
And your brain can only handle so much if you don't have a strong constitution and your core mindset is not set in stone. Maybe, just maybe, the majority of these men and women that come out of the military that are like this should have never gone in. And I think it is a good sign that tells us we probably need to make a more strict screening process for people, not only before they go in, but like a year or 2 once they're in. And if you realize you're just not it, cut it for more than just physical ability. If your mind isn't handling the rigor of that thing, you're talking about the aftermath. Even if they don't do anything while they're in the military, the aftermath of them coming out and then having some sort of a mental trigger is way too high.
Yeah.
Because now you've just trained them to be killers. You just trained them to be killers, and now their mind ain't working. So now you have an unhinged individual that has the ability to take people out, and that's not good. So I'm glad that Hexet, at least on that front, is making more positive changes to how the military is run, what he requires for people to be in there, which was a long time in coming, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they need to do that eval earlier and twice. Once on the entry and about a year in. If you can't handle it a year in, you shouldn't be there for more than 2 years. You should be gone.
Right.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Help you with it once you're out for like a couple of years, set you up with the mental health thing so you can, once you transition back to civilian life after a year, that you don't still go off the edge. But as it stands right now, these men that you see are proof that something in them is broken to the point where they cannot handle life. That they, how does they put it? They can't be adults.
Yeah,
they don't know how.
And the problem with them, like I said earlier, a lot of them just haven't disconnected from the military. You know, a lot of them want to hold on to that anchor of whatever branch they came from, you know, throwing their veteran status around everywhere they go. Then you have other guys who served, been through a lot of stuff, that know how to disconnect and start focusing on other things in their life. These guys don't do that. That's their whole life. That's why they're out there wearing their fatigues and their dress uniforms and talking all this mill talk. It's because they haven't let go. They can't let go because that was the highlight of their life.
Did it become like an identity crisis issue? Like this is all I know because this is all that shaped me, and I can't let that go because this is all I know, kind of thing.
Yeah, for a lot of people, that's, like I said, that was the best times of their life. And then you got to go all the way back to, you know, where they come from, their background, how were they raised, and then they join the institution where they have kind of this brotherhood mindset, you know, one for all for one kind of mentality. You go to combat with these guys, you watch all this stuff happen, so they build these bonds with people, and then when they get out, you lose that. So now a lot of them stay tied to this military, you know, mindset and this lifestyle because, for one, they want the brotherhood still. There's something they miss, and two, some of them just can't let the best part of their life go, you know, sail away. They can't let it go.
Do you think that maybe, just maybe, because as you were talking, all I can hear is the first Rambo. I know it sounds weird, but it's the first Rambo. It's one of the more serious ones when it comes to the mental health of military men. And he had just gone back home to look for his corps men. He went to look for the troop that he served with. I don't think there were like 5 guys. And every one of them, if they weren't dead from some sort of a illness, they killed themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And when he found that out, it also messed with his mind. Well, let's be honest, John Rambo was a broken dude, right? He was mentally not there. It took him some time of getting away from it, even though he still indulged in the war, and still talked about it. But the character himself was a mentally broken individual from the stuff that he saw in the military.
Right.
Yep.
But it is not just a movie idea. This is a real thing, especially now. Now, mind you, that was back when men were still allowed to be manly. Can you imagine what it's like now when you have a bunch of feminized sissy boys that decide to go join the military, and they already have a broken mindset of what a man is, and they walk around being all faggoty all day long, and now their mind going through stuff that men should go through, they can't. It's like putting a child in the place of an adult and expecting their mind to be able to handle it.
Yep.
You're talking about a doubly broken individual. You walk in broken, and then they snap you even more. I think that's a dangerous concoction.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very dangerous concoction.
And it was something I went through when I got out. You know, I was trying to stay tied to that community, and then people would reminisce and talk about, and there's veterans crying and missing their friends, and it was just this emotion, just flood of emotions coming at you because you can relate. And then, you know, I started to downfall. You know what I mean? Heavy in alcohol, just not caring about nothing. Got divorced, just everything, and it was all me. And then the minute I started disconnecting from it, I don't even hang out with veterans. I have nothing against them. I'm tied to it still. But I don't associate with a lot of people in that community because I'm trying to totally disconnect from it. And a lot of them can't do that. So they'll get out and they'll live their life, and then they'll go back around the people and relive those traumatizing moments. So then they take another step back, and then they go right back into the dark, and then they get out again, and they keep going back and forth because they're constantly reminiscing about the good old days. So they have to find a way to totally disconnect and focus on something different.
Do you think they're capable of it? Is the question.
I like I said, I know hundreds and hundreds of veterans that are very successful after they got out. I've known a couple that have taken their own life. I know a couple that are having addiction problems that are trying to get help and going through it. So it's all individual basis, man. It's all based off your experience. And we can go through the same thing, like say Jay and I see the same thing in the same unit, see the same thing, go through the same exact thing every single day. But when he gets out, his mind it's different. You know what I mean? His experience in his mind is totally different from the way I experienced it, even though it's the same experience. So it's all individual basis, and you can't have one size fits all when it comes to veterans. You got to break it down by each individual and tap in and figure out what the problem is.
But I guess my question though is how much of that though can be used as an excuse to perpetuate your entitlement mentality on hey, I'm a veteran and I deserve all this stuff, and that's why I get to say what I want to say and act the way I want to act because veteran, respect it, kind of thing.
I'm totally against the entitlement part of being a veteran. You know what I mean?
Like this.
And you see that a lot. I'm a veteran. Hear me roar. I did this X, Y, and Z as a veteran. I hate that term. As a veteran, you know, coming from this position of
authority kind of thing. Yeah.
I can't stand that. So, like I said, they just have to like remove themselves from that and start thinking not as a veteran, think as a civilian. How does a civilian view this? And stop thinking as a veteran, because then you're not going to be able to change if you keep thinking as a veteran, because you're going to tie it back to when you were in.
This is one of those fools that link up with I'm so glad it is retarded behind put Russell on the building like his boyfriend Russell Ellis. But he thinks this triggers people. No, we see the flag and we see you standing there with shades and you dress in your army clothes and flying a flag. We don't get triggered. What we literally see is like a child that thinks the best way to get attention from his parents is to throw a fit. You're not triggering anybody. I just want to make sure you all know this. We are not triggered by you.
No.
You're the kinds of people that we internally we laugh at and sometimes out loud we laugh at. You are comical to us. There's no triggering. Okay, but y'all the same people that will be braggadocious like this and say, come and get me. And when they come and get you, you complain that people are harassing and bullying you. Stand on, you're a bad man, right? You're an army guy. You can tackle, you can handle it. That's like going out and saying, I'll take whatever you give it to me. And then they give it to you and like, stop my head. Y'all are weird. Y'all are weird, fam. Like what mentally sane person does this? Like, honestly, what exactly is this supposed to be doing for triggering people? This is insane. This is what you call insanity. That's what this is, insanity. And eventually somebody will get harmed from it. Whether it be because they can't think straight to do something wise and they go out because they're emotionally involved in something, they act stupid. Like when Jolly got knocked over, that could have easily gone multiple ways. Because if he had been brazen enough or coordinated enough, thank goodness he's not coordinated enough to even peel a banana. But if he was coordinated enough and he had done something egregious to Cam, which is what he was hoping to do, and Cam landed wrong, you see what I'm saying? Now, if you land wrong on your behind, you got enough cushion in that head, and I doubt any brain cells would be damaged even if you did hit your head. But what they try to do is they intimidate, encourage an action, and when the action happens, they complain about it.
Right.
And I was going to say that was what's his name, Army Overlord, right?
Mm-hmm.
That uniform. Guys like that wear their uniform just so no one would say anything to them. Bad. Yeah. So they use it as a shield. I'm in my uniform, and if you say something to me, you hate veterans. While they spit on the graves of the veterans that died before them by going out here harassing fellow service members. So they'll wear it, and with all his medals, so his rank was a master sergeant. He has all his stuff on. So for one, he can get praise. So he's looking for praise, and he's rage baiting at the same time with the flag. So he wants people to come up and say, ooh, look at all your medals. Look at you. And then while wearing a Trump flag,
it has weight.
It has weight. So now people won't really, they'll think twice about attacking him. He is a veteran, though, screw that. Let me be out there. Yeah. Screw that. And there's no veteran safe from ridicule. Just because you're a veteran and you served your country, you've been to combat, whoop-de-freaking do. I got the badges too. But if you do something stupid, you're getting attacked and we're going to call you out. You can't hide behind that status.
Like,
go ahead.
I just don't understand. Like, even the vets that are right-leaning on TikTok have this weird innate sort of entitlement to say, hey, I'm a combat vet. Okay, great. What does that have to do with the argument? Kind of thing. So it's just weird to me hearing this entitlement mentality because you have some sort of a position that you had, and now we're supposed to perpetually, for however long, eternally bow down to you because you're a vet.
Yeah. Like if you notice my social, if you go to my TikTok, you won't see veteran nowhere on there because I don't like using that as a flex. Do people know I was in the military? Yeah, people know I was in the military. There's people I was in the military with that follow me on there. But when they throw out that as a combat veteran, they try to separate themselves from veteran when it comes to certain topics, especially when it comes to like war. You know, they have to let you know I'm a wartime veteran, and they try to use it as, look at me, you know. What type of wartime veteran now? What type of combat veteran? You know, there is a difference. I will say that.
Well, the difference is one, whether or not you serve because you actually saw the worth of your country versus trying to gain something from your country to make yourself seem worthy.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
Looking for a title, you know.
It's no different than the government officials. They go in to make money, not to make a difference. They go in to make noise and to be recognized, not to make a difference. They don't care about the difference they make. They don't even care about it, because if they did, they would recognize that these men, this is what they should understand. If they really are serving an illegal order, say that you're right, that this is an illegal order. Do you really think that the way you address them is going to change their mind or convince them that they're doing something illegal when you are just berating them and calling them all kinds of names and stepping in front of them and harassing? That's your way of convincing a military individual that you care about it. You obviously did not have very much close friends in the military. That's how you deemed necessary to approach them. You could easily say, brother, listen, I know you're just following orders, but don't you realize that this could be a very dangerous precedent to be set? You don't do that? No, you decide to go up in their face and bug them while they're on duty because they were sent there.
For content.
For
just
content.
know that. All this was for content.
That part.
And the thing is, when he told him to just go home, or what he said something like, just walk away, go home. He really thought that veteran was gonna be like, okay, you know, this random dude right here telling me to go home. I guess I'm just gonna walk away and go home. Doesn't work like that.
Right.
You know, these guys have orders, and the Uniform Code of Military Justice trumps some protester on the street.
This is some wild stuff, but it's par for the course these days. And I don't think this is going to end. Well, it might end badly. I don't know necessarily for them.
Yeah.
But I think for them after it's for us. For them after us, because I think I can see this happening to where they do something and it becomes so egregious, then we have to act. But by then, the egregious act has already taken place. You know what I'm saying? And I think that will be we have to kind of get to the end before that happens. And if it doesn't, I don't know, man.
But like,
oh, go ahead, Jay.
I was just gonna say, but like, I would like to see it at the cost of the people pulling these stunts, though. Like if it's gonna end badly for them and we're the ones that have to initiate it, I would like to see the final straw that breaks the camel's back, so to speak, to be, you know, the full weight of the hammer of justice fall on like Jolly for incitement of violence, or this woke farmer who did this harassment, all of his benefits, you know, get taken.
You're right.
Like, I would like to see it happen. Yeah.
And they're gonna have to make an example out of somebody, because the minute you start taking these guys' benefits, man.
Thank you, Lisa.
They will go silent. They will shut up. They will sit down, and they'll go back to doing whatever they're doing. But this is all clickbait. These guys don't really believe in what they're saying.
Right.
Because like I said earlier, when they was in uniform, they understand that these young soldiers out here don't have a choice.
It's wild stuff. But we'll see what it turns out to be. We'll see. I'm glad it's turned into a discussion about the military, because we needed to have that discussion. Come Monday, I have to watch for a flood that's going on around me. The flood's in Kashmir right now. That's about 20 minutes away from me. The passes around me are kind of getting closed down too. I don't know if it'll get to where I am, but the idea right now is that to be prepped in case. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, I was worried about Marlon yesterday. I actually called him. Like, you good?
He's like, you all right, man?
You all right up there? He's like, yeah, we're good. I was like, all right.
It's all good. I'm good.
I know he can't swim. He's black. Black people can't swim, so
We can't. We cannot. And I ain't trying to neither.
I'm a West Coast guy. I can swim.
Yeah, I ain't trying to swim. I'll just stand on top of my house if I got to. Watch me climb like a cow up there. Watch me. What?
Shivering.
Yeah. Shivering my timbers right off. Watch.
Marlon see me. He sees me in a helicopter smiling like this. Come on, man.
Do you think I'm afraid to tell people I can't swim? I am not ashamed to say I can't swim.
Man,
I don't care how you judge me. I can't swim. Nor do I care to learn how to swim. No. I can't. Listen, Mike, I came out of my mama's womb, that amniotic fluid. God removed me from water. All right. He said, it won't be water, but fire next time. I'm standing on the promises of God right now to not swim. All right. I'm just letting you know.
But if it's fire and you need to jump in some water, you better
no, because he already said the fire gonna be so hot, ain't no water can take it out.
It's gonna boil the water.
Yeah, I'm good to go, man. So that's why I'm prepping my body to handle heat.
I know Asians
Earth goes away.
Yeah, we can swim.
Yeah, you guys were thrown in the pool at like 2 months. Like,
They swim like koi fish, don't they? They swim like koi fish.
And it's ninja school. They're running across ponds.
They run across water.
Swim.
they run on water. They
Basically.
Yeah.
Tree climbing and all that. So they don't even climb trees. They just float across like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Basically. They train us with chopsticks didn't train us with chopsticks for nothing.
That's right. Hey, look.
Speaking of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, that was a really good movie.
It was. They should make a part 2.
They did, and it was trash.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
No wonder I didn't hear about it.
Sword of Destiny on Netflix. It was garbage.
Oh. They should have called it Sitting Dragon Standing Fan or something. I don't know.
It might as well have been.
I heard they're making another Kung Fu Hustle, though.
Now that I want to see.
I do too.
That looked like it's gonna, no, the first one was hilarious, man. I love it.
Yeah, that
Underrated movies. Y'all should check
Very
that out.
much.
Check out Kung Fu Hustle if you want to laugh, but it has pretty good action too. But you want to laugh, that and Shaolin Soccer.
Yes.
Shaolin Soccer, oh my gosh, bro. Y'all look. And no, mind you, these are clean movies. They ain't got no kind of agendas in it. None of that gay stuff. None of that. Kung Fu Hustle. Just kicking footballs with dragons attached to them. It's a
basically. Anything Stephen Chow, please watch it.
Stephen Chow's a man. Yeah, I will say that. I'll say that. Anyway, we'll be back on Monday.
What are we talking about?
We don't know. Yeah, do we?
I thought we had a topic.
Oh, we did. Hold on, let me check the chat.
Yeah,
yeah. Dan Crenshaw. Dan Crenshaw had issued a cease and desist podcasting thing to what's his name? Sean Ryan. And Sean Ryan says, I ain't taking nothing down, fool. So
they're both veterans.
Yeah. So stupid Crenshaw doesn't like the fact that people are calling him out on his corrupt money schemes and how he got rich and wanted him to take down the interview. And Sean said,
it was under the auspices of defamation.
Defamation. All right, cool.
And he tried to use 6. Like Field Team 6.
Well, keep trying, but we gonna light you up on Monday. Trust me. You're gonna have to issue us a defamation thing too. Because what we gonna do to you, Danny, it ain't gonna be good. We already did it once. We can do it twice.
Hey, why not?
We don't even have to wink at him. It'll just be opening one eye.
Old William Stryker.
It was a one-eyed, one-horned purple people flying purple people eater. Oh, anyway, we'll be back on Monday. Both sides will be live in an hour. We'll be covering good old Brandon Tatum and his shilling for cookie candy. And,
okay.
Yeah, we're gonna tackle that tonight. So make sure you check on it. We're gonna respond to his response about the Erica Kirk and Candace Owens clash. He finally responded because his comment section was lighting his black behind up. They were going ham on him. Like they were calling him all kinds of names, and he got mad. He got mad. It's hilarious. Trust me. Please tune into both sides at 5:30 my time, 8:30 Eastern. It's gonna be good. Mr. Lee,
like, share, comment, subscribe, and we will see you Monday. Peace. Oh.